Who was the easiest person to coach on that? Because Idris Elba famously, when he broke out in America on The Wire, none of us knew that he was British because he had such a great American accent. So was he like the easiest to coach on that set, or was it Regina or Zazie?
There's backstory because he had already done The Wire. Idris, I just adore this man. But most of my clients become dear friends, and a handful become family, like you're talking about. You know, you're family. You know, and a handful of them become family. Idris is a dear friend. He came to me when he did No Good Deed. Raji, it was the suspense thriller that stayed in the can for over a year because they did a test market of the film, and audiences said, I just don't believe this guy. I don't believe him. I don't believe he's a serial killer. And the reason why they didn't believe him was they pinpointed it down to the accent. Now, wow. The movie had already been made, and Sony Pictures paid me, flew me over to London to do his entire performance, to redo his entire performance in an ADR session, in several days of ADR in post-production, and he nailed it. He nailed it because he was used to doing like the urban flow, you know, the urban flavor. You know, he was easy. It was so easy for him to go into that Baltimore thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's part of, you know, the urban culture. You know, all over the world. You know,
I love it.
There, you know, and he went there. But this character was very specific, and he did something that was not very specific to African American dialect of that region. Because, you know, people sound different. You could be in the same town, and people sound differently. Yes. So I started with him there. And by the time we got to, we had done a couple of projects before The Harder They Fall. By the time we got to The Harder They Fall, Idris, I acted more as a researcher and a wonderful sense of support because they filmed during COVID, and I acted go back on location. And Idris said, I'm cool. You don't need to be here. I'm cool. So I really sort of, you know, I'm usually there on set on headset with listening to every sound, every word. So I wasn't, because of COVID, I wasn't there for that production.